There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Monday Save Club training Zoom. We are going to be going over our training program here, the 90-day Blitz, and we've compiled it's well over 120 videos. It is just so much content here. I'm so excited to, retouch on this, go back. When we were putting together the 90-day Blitz, it was a dumping of all the best information from 20, 30 plus years of what works and updating it all for um, 2025, 2026. And we've got all the materials in here to help you learn things like AI, list building, marketing, but also technical things about the company and the compensation plan. So I'm going to just go through like the first few days here and just show you what is available inside the 90-day Blitz. Now, where you get this, if you're new to Save Club, if you're not part of the 90-day Blitz, you go to blitz90.com. blitz90.com. If someone wants to drop that into the chat. And what happens, you get approved, you click to enroll in the Blitz. If you're a Save Club affiliate, it's free, and then you will approve you. And then what you've got is this whole area where we've got discussion. We got a big forum right here where you can dive in and ask questions. And then you've got this learning section right here where the content just goes on and on and on. Now, we put the Blitz in an order that builds on itself. So as you start with day one, it really brings you in to the fundamentals. And as you get into these courses, you can hop in and see these lessons here. We've got written lesson plans. There's lots of comments going on. What's going on in here, and then there's additional lessons here that you can find. Like just this one day, we've got 3 valuable lessons in here, and they're all built with these videos, so that you can get in here and really understand what's going on. And then there's presentations as well that will add on it. Like, we've got tools here with on Vimeo and whatnot. And let me just kind of keep reaching in here to the Blitz. There's things directly on like our compensation program. Uh, Here's a training, and I'll just kind of walk you through on this. And we unmute this, you can hear what.
And welcome to day 2 of the 90-day Blitz. This is Charles Moy, and today we're going to be running down the law of numbers and the law of averages. This is a way where
So these are like timeless principles when it comes to marketing. And then we've got additional pieces in here to, for you can actually run like your numbers. Like, what is this lesson here? We're talking about the law of numbers and law of averages. Uh, what does it actually mean for how to build a business? These are the fundamental principles of marketing, and it's just a quick way to learn it. Like this video is dropping information that, from a marketing standpoint is invaluable, like the invaluable fundamental of what's going on. And this video here, it's 8 minutes 54 seconds. And so just in like, that's just 2 days. I want to go down here further, get into some of these plans here where we're getting like very direct about the Save Club compensation plan. So like right here, this video here about exponential growth, I break down, I'll just kind of roll you through some of the slides. Like this is exactly what happens when you get 4 enrollments inside Save Club. How as this grows out, what the potentials are. I'll run you through kind of some analytical stuff here where you can see the numbers and how they pan out and what is all possible. And so again, that this is day 8. Well, when you look at day 8, there's actually 2 videos here. So then this is like a video Dave did you know, for posting on social media where he's going in, he's giving you like click by click instructions of how to use a tool that's free to develop more stuff. And Dave, if you want to hop in, you do such an amazing job on these Blitz trainings. And just getting, let's give people a real breakdown. There's no time to go lesson by lesson because there's 90 days here. I'm just giving you an example of, just like what is in here these
Yeah,
first few days.
we drop some bombs in there, everyone. I mean, like there's courses that you'll pay for that. I mean, I pay out cases, courses $500,000, and you're getting more in this course than a lot of paid courses, and it's all step by step too, which is cool because a lot of things are just fluff where they kind of just tell you kind of, concept. Here we actually dive in and show you everything step by step by step. What I like to say about this is imagine if you opened up your computer and Charles was sitting on one side of you and I was sitting on the other, and we were going to personally train you. And we say, you see that button, press that. You see this button, press this, type this, do that. Where we actually walk you through every single step. And the cool part is because these are videos, you can pause them, you could rewind, you could take notes, you could do that over and over and over again. But I mean, could definitely go through this. I don't, why wouldn't you want to go through something like this? We really put a lot of time and energy in this and got a lot of awesome comments. A lot of you went through it and said they learned a ton of stuff. So definitely go through. We have a lot of stuff in here. So over 90 days. This took us forever.
Yeah, I know, and it was that, the consistency here, and we're continuing to put together marketing pieces because marketing changes, it evolves, and we've got new tools, new landing pages, and that's what these trainings are all about. But again, there's really several things when you're talking about a home-based business and working from home that are practical. So you've got the exactly what to do, like where to click, what tools to use. Then you've got how to use it within Save Club, like what pages to use. How does our system, how does our flow work? This is in-depth training, and like it builds on itself. So you learn a fundamental principle, learn a technical skill, and then learn the mindset of what's going on. And that's where I developed this second set, which is just purely mindset. It's called I built it on School, SKOOL /100 good days. And this program here is mindset training. And when it really comes down to anything in life, it's about who you're being. Like what are you, what's going on? Because there's an infinite number of excuses about why you can or cannot do something. And that's everything from, waking up early or mowing the lawn or handling something in your life, like creating a residual income stream. And it all comes down to who are you being? And that's what this set of information inside of here will help you do. Um, like this lesson here, escape the prison of perception. We've got a nice video here, talking about being caged up mentally. I mean, it took myself understanding that working a job and doing a 9 to 5 grind is just trapping my potential and really limiting what I could do because I was stuck trading time for money. It was a very linear thing, and I couldn't get more hours in the day. And if I stopped working, my money stopped coming in. So that was just what I was taught. That was just a perception that I have. Well, many of us have perceptions that are very limiting, these limiting beliefs around what's going on. Well, these lessons here will help reshape the way you're thinking around what is possible. And it's more of doing the inner work of what you need to become, what you can become. You have the choice to learn different things. And it has action steps, critical thinking questions, and additional resources because uh, school shouldn't stop at, graduating high school, graduating college. We're living in a world that grows so fast. And if you're have the right mindset and you have the right thoughts about continuing education and continuing growth, then this is where you have continual growth. You'll be able to find ways to get it done. Now, we're providing the platform to make money, the training to do it. But if you don't have the right mindset, you're really going to just be limited on what you can do. So there's a lot to dive into here on the 100 Good Days. I recommend making notes. It also has a community feature here, and you get to this at school.com/100 good days. I'm actually gonna paste that into the chat for you guys. Get to the chat. And these are provided for Save Club affiliates. So, when you're a Save Club affiliate, you get to access all this stuff, and it's just covered in your annual affiliate fee. And these are also tools that you can use. Like if you let somebody know about the 100 Good Days program, it's something that you think, yeah, well, here's a program, and when you're a Save Club affiliate, you'll be approved inside the program. You'll get it for free. So it just adds further value from the 90-day Blitz training, the 100 Good Days training, and it's part of that $60 you pay for an entire year to access this stuff, and it'll keep it going. So I'm going to get back in here. I'm going to play you one of the videos here from the 90-day Blitz to just show you what's here from a technical standpoint, and then like a mindset standpoint. So with Save Club, we've put together all these marketing funnels. We've got well over I think we're at like 30 marketing funnels right now. And so that's a great resource to have as part of your business, but do you understand how to use them? And that's what I'm going to show you right now in this video here in the 90-day Blitz. Just kind of give you a little trailer here of what is there. So I picked this here. I just picked day 5. Again, the lessons build on themselves. So you'll learn things in lesson 1 that will help apply in lesson 2, or you'll learn something in lesson 3 that will help apply in lesson 8. And so it is really best to go through sequentially to really get a well-rounded education here. But I'm going to play this lesson 5, mastering funnels and understanding flow of system. And let me turn the volume on for that. And I'll start it up for you.
Hello and welcome to day 5 of the 90-day Blitz training. This is Charles Moy. Today we're going to be covering the funnels, the funnel flow, and how to fill your pipeline with tons of interested prospects. Let's start here on the left-hand side. Prospecting. Prospecting is where you're going to attract leads. You can do this in person. You can do this online. There are lots of different ways to go about prospecting. We're going to cover that in the upcoming slide. A key way to prospect is getting somebody interested, piquing their interest, and getting them to a lead capture page. This is really the entrance to the funnel so that you can pique somebody's interest, capture their name, phone number, and email address, and that starts the presentation and it starts the follow-up. We have different presentations. We've got recorded presentations. We've got the live webinar presentations. We've got the web tour presentation. Each one of these presentations adds up on the number of touches that we get with a prospect. It requires multiple touches for a prospect to, first of all, understand the concepts that we're doing here at Save Club, to understand the value of the product, and the presentations are a way to get those touches. When I talk about a touch, it's like the first time you introduce somebody to the business is a touch. When they go to the landing page to fill out their information, there's another video there. That's another touch. When they're inside the web tour and they click around and review more information, that's a touch. The follow-up is a touch. The live webinar is a touch. It typically takes between 5 and 8 touches before a prospect gets enrolled in the business. So if you focus on touching the prospects, this funnel flow, this follow-up, this presentation, it's a contact sport. And the more contact you get with your prospect, the higher the likelihood they are to get enrolled inside of the company. And that happens with the follow-up. We've got email, we got text, we got call. We're going to have our AI in place here very shortly. You can direct message with people. You can be posting on social, and they'll see those different follow-ups. We're going to be covering enrolling and the most effective ways to get somebody enrolled, and then duplication, which you're currently inside of the duplication process of the training, and we'll cover that in another slide as well. Now, prospecting requires an awareness, a belief, and action. So just as if you were going to go prospect gold inside of the river, you've got to get your equipment, you get your pan, get your river shoes on, get some knowledge, go out into the water, dig up some dirt, and sift through that dirt looking for gold. Well, it's very similar here when we're prospecting to find people that are interested in Save Club, either people that are interested in saving money or people that are interested in earning money. I feel we've got the best product because we appeal to such a vast amount of people. But the key thing about prospecting is it's an awareness that you have to have top of mind. You've got to have your focus turned on to prospecting so that as you go out into the world, you start thinking about the needs of others. Maybe they need to save money. Maybe they need to be earning extra income. And when you start shifting your focus to getting pre-enrollees and you start eat, sleep, drink, you focus and your focus is around getting pre-enrollees, that is the shift that it takes to start getting a few per day. Please review the training David Dubbs did on one of these previous days where he talks about what's your number. And we're not talking about your freedom number. We're talking about what's your number of prospects per day. I recommend 3. If you have on top of your mind when you wake up, I'm going to get 3 prospects to fill in their information on a lead capture page, and you don't stop until that happens, well, then that's 90 prospects per month. And if you've got 90 new people entering a lead capture page inside of this system, you'll be on the fast track to success in this business. But you've got to have that belief that you can get it done. And if you can get 3 prospects a day, you do that repeated over time, it compounds into an amazing business. And again, it's just a numbers game. And this is why it's so important that you review all of these trainings. The trainings that we're getting into now, a lot of the principles and a lot of what we talk about is based on the trainings that you've been through before. So staying consistent with your 90 days, doing each lesson, they'll start to build on each other. And we're going to use terminology. We're going to use attitudes and mindsets that you learned in previous trainings that are going to build towards your ultimate success and your complete understanding of being a master at this business. So creating pre-enrollees happens on different landing pages. It's important that you review the different landing pages and you understand the value of each. Some of the landing pages are designed for prospecting people who want a home business. Some of the landing pages are designed for travel, food. They're designed for saving money. They're designed for helping people. So please go through and watch these landing page videos and become familiar with what's on there, because understanding your tools is going to be important. Same thing if you're prospecting gold. Do you want to use this pan? Do you want to use a pickaxe? Do you want to use a sieve? Understanding your tools will help you become a better prospector. Now, when you prospect and you get someone through a lead capture page, the next thing to do, the most effective thing to do, is to get them on a live webinar. We've got the live webinars Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. There's a calendar here inside of the system, And you can register for these webinars in advance so that you get emails letting you know that they're coming up. But we're going to be consistent with the webinars. We've got the Monday morning 10 a.m. We've got the Tuesday morning training webinar. This is for people that are part of the Blitz. We have Wednesday evening, 5 p.m. Pacific. And then now we're doing our Friday cutoff at 10 a.m. Pacific. So, become familiar with the webinars, attend. But here's the thing, attend a webinar with a prospect. The more prospects that you attend the webinar with, the more you'll succeed in this business. So if you're going to take the time to attend a webinar, take 10, 15 minutes before the webinar and message your prospects. Text message them, call them, email them, do a combination of following up with your prospects and invite them to the webinar. Share some excitement, let them know that you're attending, let them know that there's people on that webinar you'd like to introduce them to, and we can use the three-way phone calls and other systems that we have in place to introduce your prospects to more people and thus do more follow-up. So acknowledge your prospect's effort. If they fill out a form, thank them. Be grateful that they took some action. Reward them for doing something that you asked them. If they attend a webinar, follow up with them. Follow up with them immediately. Let them know right away, because the longer the time period pass after someone's introduced to a presentation or does a three-way call, if you don't do follow-up and ask for the close, then the likelihood of enrolling that person becomes less and less. So immediacy is an important part, and following up with your prospects is important. But do it with an attitude of gratitude where you're following up with them and you're just happy that they're participating in the process. You're in control, and the more that you bring people through the process, the numbers will work out, the ratio will appear, and the enrollments will come into your business. And that's the next key thing is enrollments are the goal. The number one short-term and the number one long-term metric for success is new affiliates. New blood is the lifeblood of any successful home business. So as you start to prospect and you do these income producing activities, your attitude and your awareness is focused on the things that are inside of this funnel flow. And this keeps you focused on what's going to actually get you closer to your freedom number, get you closer to your goals and dreams, and get you closer to the lifestyle of time freedom and money freedom. So keeping your attitude in the right place and keeping your focus on the things that are going to move you closer is important. So we're doing our part on the corporate side to build up the product, build up the ultimate opportunity, build these tools, and thank you for having faith in what we're doing. My number one commitment as a CEO of this company is to create us the ultimate product, the ultimate membership, both domestically and internationally, so that our membership is just rock solid. And you'll start seeing that. The key thing is focus on prospecting. You're going to be rewarded. You're going to be paid, and you're going to be paid massively through the different bonuses inside of the compensation plan, the matrix match being one of them. And that is directly in proportion to how many people you enroll. So follow this system, follow this funnel process, and get people right here through this funnel. And this is the income producing activity that's going to create you money on a weekly basis. And to create yourself long-term, massive, passive residual income, it falls into duplication. So people will duplicate what you do. If you go through the training and you learn these principles and you know these principles, you're able to embody these principles, teach and train others. That's where you will get the duplication. If you can't copy, you can't compound. And compounding works by simple, disciplined actions repeated over time that will then equal a multiple reward. So continue doing these actions over and over again. Get good at them. They'll get easier. You'll find better places to prospect. Your web training that Dave's doing on this training, showing you what to do to generate more prospects, it becomes easier. And right now we're just day 5 of this training. But at the end of 90 days, it'll be like almost second nature, knowing what to do and knowing how to prospect so that you have daily consistent things that you can do that are going to generate you upfront fast start money, but ultimately get the duplication so that you can have that leverage growth. Duplication isn't what you do, it's what your team can do without you. So these systems are in place. Once you get up and rolling yourself, follow the systems, others will do the same. And before you know it, there'll be people inside your organization that you're making money on that you've never spoken to that are duplicating and generating you residual income. So thank you.
Yeah, so the key thing here, and when we were putting this out, we just had a few funnels, and when you look at today, what we've got for funnels inside of the system is just so many more different options, and so when you go through and you learn. So this is the Save Club back office underneath the My Websites portion. It's understanding what is going on in the training there, and then now you've got the tools here that can equip you with the technology, the replicating site, and then the different messages. So how you use these pages in here are then uh, dictated by what type of marketing you're doing. So piecing it all together from understanding these trainings, and we'll go into specific trainings about posting for food or posting for travel, and then you utilize the pages at the back office here and what to do, and then uh, in combination with this, there are also the materials here in the content drop. This is the content drop for today, um, where there's new materials in here, and there's so much stuff. I'll show you all the different days that have happened. I mean, we're approaching now like 50 different content drops or more, where you can post this here on your social media, and you're just like, well, I don't know what to do. Well, the training, it's there. It's in the 90-day blitz. And how to get your replicated link, it's right here in your replicated links. So you've got the materials here, then you've got the training on what to do, and the fundamentals of how it works. And um these are catchy things. I mean, who doesn't like delicious dim sum? This is a great ad. But here you're piquing somebody's interest. You're getting somebody interested in what's going on, and then you're able to bring them into a Save Club funnel. Let's see what's going on. Here's one that can be used as a reel. And here's a funny one for the app.
They're not playing.
I made my volumes down. No, no, Dave. This one's playing with no sound. So maybe the sound,
I'll have to
the
redo
sound,
that one. Okay.
maybe the sound didn't upload on that one. But it looks pretty funny. This is catchy stuff. Here's another one. Maybe let's see if this one's got sound.
No audio on that one either? Oh,
No, it's unmuted.
all
Let's try
right.
that.
I'll have to go back and fix this. I'm not sure.
It also might be these are previews, Dave.
Could be, but I don't know.
So
You should have audio because the other ones have audio. So
yeah, yeah. Well, let's take a look at that. But here's the thing: there's no hesitation, because here's almost a year's worth of content drops to help you along the way of what's going on. We'll just go back to last week, where we've got training pieces on these are both training and prospecting tools for how to compare shopping, how to save money on food, how to save money on travel. And with these tools here, you're able to really get somebody. If someone watches these tools, they go, "Wow, I want to learn more." They get to a landing page. I mean, the likelihood of them, coming in, test driving out the business and or the membership is very high. So I'm gonna go back to the Blitz and just kind of share more as these trainings progress. And again, we went over just one day. As these trainings progress, we get into really deep technical skills about what to do. Like this one here, turning pictures into videos. Well, this is like advanced AI training and what to do um, inside of a tool or inside several tools of what to do. And these tools are free. I mean, these materials are out there. If you want to try to go figure this stuff out on your own, you can get lost into so many different, subscriptions of tools or AI tools or whatever. And we've done all that work for you, and we're directing you on what's the best thing to use. Here's a full training on the mobile app, so you can understand how powerful this is for a marketing tool. In this video we explain our relationship with Savers app, the technology of card linking, why it's so secure, how we are fully compliant with the PCI compliance. So in this 90-day Blitz training, I mean, there's technical stuff here about, how it works, how the referral program of the app works, about Save Club. But I'll tell you, when you learn the skill, like I'm just going to pull up another day, when you learn a skill that is a fundamental, it's something that you can use in your life in so many different ways, and because internet marketing and being a professional marketer, these things compound on each other. And when you learn how to make an animated video, then you can use that in how to make a post. Or when you learn about how to write content, then you could use that in to making your video better. And so it's really as if you're going to learn something, you've got to learn it holistically. Just like if you're going to be a doctor or something, you don't just learn, pills. You learn about how the body works, you learn about how the different systems of the body work. And that's very much what is going on here within the 90-day Blitz, platform. So Dave, I know you know a lot of these trainings. Can you talk about the advancements in AI and utilizing those to build tools, and just what you had to do in the past compared to what is available today, inside of in these tools? Because there's two types of people. There's people that are going to learn AI, learn these tools, and then use them to make money. And then most people in the world are never going to have that ambition. Maybe they don't have the right mindset for that. Well, you can get the mindset here, you can get the ideas here, and then you start building your competency within those tools. I mean, like this one here.
Yeah, that
Uh,
one's good. Actually, I'll talk about that one for a second, Charles, because
yeah.
I'll tell a story. Way back in the day, guys, I wanted to learn how to do graphics because I used to pay people, and they would always take me forever to learn how to do graphics. And all I wanted to do was like take a picture of myself and like put me on a beach or something, right? So I had bought, this is back, I mean, we're talking, gosh, early 2000. I bought a course on Photoshop, and it cost me like a couple $100 for the course on how to use Photoshop. And then what I found is my version of Photoshop was different than the course I bought. And I told myself I'm going to lock myself in my office and I'm going to learn how to cut myself out of a picture and put me on another picture. And I started at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm telling you, I only left my office to go pee, right? And I come back to the office. And I was getting so frustrated because nothing was in the right spots and all this kind of stuff. By 4 in the morning, I literally have been able to cut myself. I don't know why it took me so long because now I know how to do it. It's easy. But by 4 in the morning, I cut myself out and and it was all jagged. It looked ridiculous and all this kind of stuff. And then the next day I learned how to do feathering and shadows, and it took me forever. Now you can go to AI and literally say, like this here in this video here, if you fast forward through it, I take a picture of myself just in a hoodie, and then I tell them, put me in a mountain scene. And 1 second later, it takes my picture and it looks like I'm at the base camp of Mount Everest or something, right? In 2 seconds. That would have took forever back in the day, and AI could do that. And then I go on and I take that same picture of me in a hoodie, and I show you how all of a sudden I'm like on a beach. I kind of go through this, and then you can see I'm sitting in a pool. Same picture. I didn't do anything different. I just added myself, and then I changed my shirt from a pink shirt to a black shirt. And then at the end, I actually turned this into a video, all with AI animation, where I show you how I go from literally taking a picture of myself to next thing you know, I'm sitting at a resort, feet in the water, sipping on a cocktail, and then I show you how to put that into an editor and how to make that into a piece of marketing material. Now, this is like stuff like back in the day, either you paid people to do this or Photoshop would have took me forever to do this. And within like, if I wasn't doing this training, the training's like 15 minutes. I could literally done all that in probably about 6 minutes, right? So the advancements in AI and the fact I teach you step by step by step by step. So it's not like I'm like, hey, look at me. I did this, I did that. This video, I literally walk you through every single scenario on how to do this yourself, every step. So you have no excuses on why you can't do this because we show you how. But man, it's so cool, right? Like, look at that. Looks like I'm in pretty good shape in that picture too. I'll take it.
Yeah. And so there's so many trainings in here that, really go down, break down, each piece here. And, in that video, to go try to learn Nano Banana and do all these things, you could go tinker around with it for hours and hours, but, Dave breaks it down here in less than 15 minutes. Now, these are skills that you can now, once you have them, you can use for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. I mean, the people that get involved with AI start utilize it with the mindset on how to make money. And you don't know where this is going to come up in your life in other ways, where in the future, you might want to make a Christmas card, or there might be some other important thing you need to do. Maybe you're involved with a fundraiser for your community, or you're doing something a family reunion or something. Well, when you get these skills, you're going to learn them here, and you're going to be in position to learn these and make money, but you can apply them in all the areas of your life. But none of that is possible unless you have the right mindsets. And there's lessons inside of here about continual growth. And you might be thinking, okay, like yeah, Dave can do that because he's been doing this for 20 years. Well, that's a straight up limiting belief. And to first understand what a limiting belief is, like, I can't make a video, I'm not good with tech, whatever. That's just keeping you low. It's going to keep your earning potential low. It's going to keep the potential of what you can do with these tools low. But that's why, diving in, here's a video on 100 Good Days about fearless thinking to at least open your mind a little bit. If you're scared of doing something new, you might want to embody some of these principles. And then, I went and made all this art over here, like, as inspiration. Like this guy here with his mind, let me zoom in on this one. This guy here with his mind opened up to unlimited possibilities, and talk about fearless. And he's climbing up a rock face, just focused on his goal. You can see his eyes are lit up because he's focused. He's totally in flow, doing something epic. Well, this is an extreme example of fearless thinking, but to take basic steps in trying something new, and then you get that success in that area. Well, I've got continual lessons inside the classroom about how that helps build momentum. So we're talking about here about harnessing momentum and creating momentum. And we've got videos here about how with just a spark and a little flame you can get a whole fire brewing. Well, momentum works like this, and this is momentum in all different aspects of your life, that once you get something moving, keep it moving. Like this locomotive right here, that it's, could have hundreds of cars attached to it, and it takes effort. It takes a lot of effort. It's going to take a lot of, power and torque to get this thing moving. Well, once it's moving, you're now moving, thousands of tons of materials up hills, up mountains, all the way around. Well, once you get that momentum going, if you stop it, it's a lot of effort to get it started again. And so continually to build on that momentum, these are fundamental mindset principles that will keep you in the game so that you can build enough momentum to actually get moving, to actually get something, going and flowing and moving at a velocity that will attract wealth, attract in other business builders. And these principles are here inside of this classroom here in 100 good days. I go back to back on these lessons to for
Hey,
momentum.
Charles,
Yeah,
let me just show people something. Yeah, can I share my screen?
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
show
Let
them
me
something I
pull this
did
up.
in like two seconds here, just so you can. I just want to show you how fast you can do stuff. So, I took a picture of myself, like it looked like in his office. Actually, I did that, and then I said, "Make is Godzilla behind me destroying a city." But it's kind of funny what happens. Like it gave me an extra arm here. You know what I mean? So sometimes AI can mess up, and then that looks pretty cool right there. But then I said, "Make me look scared." It gave me an extra arm again. I don't know why. But then finally, we get something that looks like this, like I'm running away scared, pointing at, behind me, and Godzilla's destroying the city. And then I can instantly turn this into a quick video if I wanted to. But what's funny is if I turn this into a cool video, whatever, and I post it on social media, you're going to get a lot of comments on that. So your people are there scrolling and they'll laugh and say that's funny, whatever, or that's cool, whatever. And it's not hard to do. But this is the advancement of AI, where it took me again 12 hours to figure out how to cut myself out on a picture. Within 2 seconds, I'm running from Godzilla, right? So just kind of fun stuff you could do with AI and learn it, and it's pretty hilarious. So I just wanted to share that.
Yeah, and so the principle there are these tools are available, the training is available, and there's going to be billions of people that learn these tools and use them for attention or use them for social means, whatever. Well, you've got a mechanism here with Save Club, and so you take that attention and point it at something that's affordable for everybody. That's a $20 membership, or that's a free app, or it's a business opportunity that virtually anybody can take part in and afford. And now you've got something that can be making you money. And so this is where home-based business is at in 2026. And so um, uh, tying the pieces together where you've got uh, people understanding that to be in the world 2026, having residual income and having a diversity of income streams is going to be really important. Um, just things can happen out there. Like, I drove by the other day and, gas prices were like $3, I don't know, a couple months ago. And I drove by the gas station over there and they're almost $5 a gallon. I mean, things can change in this world so fast. And it's about, being prepared and having the skills, and it's that incremental work consistently over time. And again, just another set of principles inside of the training there. By simple, disciplined actions repeated over time, you'll gather these skills. And then here comes a new promotion. Maybe here comes a new landing page that we have, or here comes a seasonal promotion. And at that time, you've got the skills, your preparation and the opportunity have met, and then you're in position to reap the benefits of that. But to think you can just start from day zero with no skills and you've done no training, or you haven't done these trainings enough to where you actually have competency or even mastery of them, well, when that next opportunity comes, you might miss it. And so that's why we continually do these trainings and continually have these postings so that you can really get to embody these ideas. But it all starts in the mind. And really, why do you want to be doing a home-based business? Like, why would you like to have residual income, or why would you like to have continual skills? And that's something that's personal to you. And we have the platforms in here about how to envision, how to set goals, how to do these things. And look, there's no depth to personal development in training because there's so much materials out there. What we've done with Save Club is we've worked to narrow them down and put them in an order so that you can most effectively learn what to do, how to do it, have the mindset and willpower to apply yourself, and then provide a community of people like the people that are on this webinar or the people that are in the chats so that you've got some resources, to really, let it grow. Well, so, with that, everybody, I really wanted to just have an emphasis on the training that's available now and, how to dive into it. If you're not part of Blitz 90 or you're not part of the School 100 Good Days, please, plug in. We'll get you approved. Looks like I'm gonna approve uh, Benjamin Green right now. So thanks for hopping in there, from probably, from right here on the call and get that. So, with that, guys, I'm going to open up the for some questions here. It looks like Joseph's got a question, and go ahead. You can unmute yourself and speak.
Hey Charles, how are you today?
I'm doing great.
Oh, I thought I had my video on. I don't. I
Yeah, I
had a
see it.
question. I missed a couple of trainings. Whatever happened to Monster Engager AI? I go on the page and I get an error code.
Oh, you do. Well, let me see. So right here, Monster Engager is working for me. Let me show you. I've got So what I did, as I got my Monster Engager set up and going, it's here in this little, I put it in this little tab right here. It's a browser extension, and then it just, it fires up, and I can actually start. It's actually started right now. Um, Here's what I'll
I'm trying
do.
to. I was trying to sign up for it and it's not there. And I've
Okay,
tried from my laptop and my cell phone.
yeah, and so you're accessing it from where? Back here in the exclusive
Yes,
deals. Okay,
exclusive
so
deals. Yeah,
okay, this is good to know. If there's an error, I'll
yeah, and right there, there's nothing there. That's
I
what I.
see. I see what's going on. Okay, I'll get that fixed.
Okay,
Let me
thank you.
pull
And I,
this.
I wrote text customer service and I never got an answer back. This was like.
I'm going right to. I know
Okay,
exactly how to fix this. Thank you so much
thank
for
you.
bringing that to my attention.
And did you have any good ideas for reaching out on LinkedIn to people? The initial contact and then following back up with them. Any good ideas for that?
LinkedIn is such an amazing resource for marketing, and that's one area that I use in a different capacity. I haven't been using it um, so much for Save Club because I use it for like professional contacts
Hmm.
and for just like my own profile purposes. There are some great tools out there. Dave, have you ever done any deep stuff on LinkedIn?
Not a lot. It's really business to business on there. So I think what would be good would be like if you wanted to do the fundraiser, that would be a strong approach on LinkedIn. Or just the side hustle. Are you looking for a good side hustle approach? That would be good too. Also, anytime there's some really good savings for businesses as well. So like you could post that because LinkedIn, is not like Facebook. Facebook's more community. A lot of people on LinkedIn are real business to business. So, kind of trying to, you just want to tailor it towards the audience, right? So that's what I would do on LinkedIn. So
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
thank
just
you.
so I would say I don't have any immediate LinkedIn tools. I'm gonna speak with Eli on my marketing team. I know he uses LinkedIn quite a bit, and that's a great suggestion. I
Because you
definitely
can
want to
reach out to
build that
people
one.
like our Uber drivers and see if they might be interested in, the signing up for it, so that way they can get a discount on their their trips for their customers, and also they make $5 and have some residual income.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, that's a great way to do it. And inside, let me show you. I built cards that you could use the template for. And so this is something, Uber drivers can put like a QR code in their back seat,
Hmm.
scan this for a free $5. I mean, how many rides are they doing a day? And people are sitting there in their car. They're probably actually going to be somewhere where the app would actually work, dining
Oh,
or shopping or who knows. Um, let me,
yeah, if you had that card, that would be tremendous.
yeah, I'll drop it right here. Okay, so let me show this off.
Because you can also use it on Facebook too.
So here's a business card template. And it's got this piece here, this piece here. Once you have access to this template, you can adjust it. Now to get in here and put a QR code, um, I'm in Canva right now, and you can use a free Canva. Canva is great because it also has this. You can actually print your cards right here, and the it's not like the very very best deal, but it's very competitive. It's just maybe like a couple dollars more. Like I print locally to save money on shipping, but the cost is effective. But it's so convenient to have the printing built right in here. And then inside here, there's tools that can be used to where is it at here? Um, there's one right here called QR code. So you click here, you put the URL that you got. So let's say I want to send people to a page inside Save Club. I go back here. Let's say we're talking about promoting the app. So, I'll go down here to one of the app pages. Like I want to get someone to become a pre-enrollee right here, a pre-customer. I'm just promoting the app. So I'll copy that link and then I'll go here to the business card template. You go over here, you click on QR code, you put this in here, it generates a QR code, and then I just put it right here.
Now, is
And
this in Canva
this is
or
in
is it?
Canva.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this Canva template. But did you see how easy that was for me to put
Yes.
a QR code in here? Yeah, they make it so easy. And then if I want to, I just go and I could print right here, and the cards will be at my house in a day or two. It's just so
Oh, wow.
convenient. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna share this, and I'm gonna create this template link. And now this template link, I'm pasting it into our chat. So if y'all are watching this, you can get this template link in the WhatsApp chat. Go there.
And how's the Monster AI been working? Pretty well, or?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So what's great is, I've got a friend who he knows that I'm not on social media as much. Just, I find for me, I like to log on. I don't keep the app on my phone anymore just because in any given day I've got so much to do. I don't like to get distracted into scrolling and whatnot, but I love to use the tools to stay up to date with things and whatnot. So I generally access it, through my computer. And I've just been kind of void from social media, like no, like people that they don't see me there or whatever. Well, I use the engager and I start getting messages, I start getting phone calls, I start getting people reaching out. So it's a way for me to access these thousands of people that I would just be completely out of sight, out of mind to all of them. Yet by tapping in with the engager, I get the phone calls, I get the messages, and it's just a way for me to just stay active and prospecting and relevant to people. And then they can come back, they'll see that I'm involved in Save Club, they'll see what I'm involved in by just me making some posts. So it's really an effective way to manage my mind. What I mean by that is social media can be very distracting. I want to use it as a tool for communication and to connect with people. There's not a better tool out there than Monster Engager where you're actually, being relevant in a thoughtful way with people and then bringing them back into, communication. So things that would take, you know, countless hours and then however many hours of being distracted, it's now just, bringing that efficiency there. And remember, in like the training, we're not talking about conquering the world and getting, millions of pre-enrollees yourself. We're talking about getting three a day. And when you're able to use the engager, spark up interest, communicate with someone on instant message, drop them a link, that's the best type of lead that you can get. And that's why engager. So, um, uh, Dave, can you comment on that about social media and about using the content drops on there? Because I have an answer from the Monster Engager team already, so I'm going to tell you
Yeah,
about this.
so well, I think you want to mix in the content drops with just normal stuff too. If you just post nothing but content drops, and you don't want to look like your Facebook is real spammy. So you want to do some regular posting as well as, like every second or third post, throw in Save Club. So for example, let's say a Monster Engager goes and post on somebody's account and they're like, man, I haven't checked you out in a while. Let me go look. And if they go to your page and it looks like a spam bomb, they're like, whatever. But you might say, man, I mean, I don't know if you guys have checked out this new restaurant. It's pretty awesome. And you don't even have to say like you save money there, but just, maybe throw a picture up of dinner. And then the next time it's like, man, I can't believe it was 70 degrees yesterday and now it's 30 degrees. And then show a picture of like, oh, man, I got involved in this business. I'm glad I did. I'm saving on average $200 a month. You should really check it out. Boom, content drop. And then so now you look like you have engaging content. So as people are coming to read and see you, you look like you're actually a human and you're not just like a spam bot. But too many people in this industry, what they end up looking like is every single post is make money, this, that, this, and that. And then people come and they look at their page and it looks like, man, I don't know if I want to work. That person's just, whatever. And in this industry, is what's even worse is there's people that bounce around like crazy and they got 20 different deals going all on one page. You know what I mean? And then people look at that and they're like, oh my gosh. So I would advise, it works really good because it will bring people to your page. But just, spend a little time coming up and crafting good things. Like right now, summer's coming. So the travel discounts we have are huge. Hey, are you going on vacation? We got up to 80% off the best locations and maybe show an example of that, something like that, or do the content drop. I got tons of great, actually, I posted a couple today, really good travel videos to talk about get up to 80% off travel. So that kind of stuff. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah,
So Joseph, just to let you know that they're working on that Monster Engager piece. They're switching merchant accounts, and so he pulled it down until they have the new merchant account live. So that it's a known issue. He's working on it, and I'll let you know when that's back up. So thanks for the inquiry. Daniel, go ahead.
Um, yeah, you guys can hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've kind of bounced around like you were talking about as far as going from several different network marketing MLMs and stuff. And one of the things that has always been an issue, and one of the things that I want to congratulate you on is the fact that, again, it's mostly just like, well, watch the training, watch the training, watch the training. I appreciate the fact that you guys are actually taking the time to kind of like walk us through some of these things. I mean, again, I may not be as seasoned as some of the other people that are participating right now, but I know that like it can be a little overwhelming. There's some people that aren't necessarily technologically proficient, but by again like providing like the step-by-step process so that way we can all be more or less playing on the same level. I just think that this is a really good mentorship program. So thank you.
Yeah, then that's what it's about. It's leadership is um about meeting people where they're at, be it novice. And so as we develop the 90-day Blitz training or put these things together, it's to start out everyone off on the same platform. It's like even if it's fundamental skills that you know from being a marketing professional for decades, to go through it again refreshes the fundamental of why it's there because I forget so much stuff about marketing or the fundamental pieces and to just go through them again and that repetition is really the mother of the good habits. And so yeah, just getting it all in here in a way that will build on itself. So, we're going to continue, piecing these things in here and keeping them updated for, 2026, because the world is changing faster than ever, and that's where we're at. Okay, I'm going to do one more question here because we're already at the top of the hour. Go ahead, Billy, and we'll wrap it up with here if you can unmute.
Well, I just wanted to say on the templates you were talking about,
Oh,
I
you got your
have
cards. Look at
cards.
that.
I
Okay.
went in there and I was just messing around in Canva and I saw your template. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, let's see if I can do this. I'm not very good at all this technical stuff. Like Dave, Dave's a wizard, man. I I am so impressed with some of the stuff he comes out here with. I just
Hold up your card again, Billy, to the screen.
I was trying to.
Yeah, nice. And then
Can you
what's it?
see
Did
it?
you get the backside too? Like flip it over.
Yeah, I
What's
got
the
yeah.
back look like?
Yeah, let me turn it around.
Nice. Okay, great.
Yeah, and I got it the QR code of my app.
Got it. Okay, cool. So you're promoting the app page. I think that's page 9. That's great. Okay,
Let me get
great.
out of
Yeah,
here.
Billy,
I just want
that's
to say
awesome.
thanks, man. Thank you, Dave. David, you're an inspiration, dude.
Thank you, Billy. Appreciate you, man. Well, guys, thank you so much. We're at an hour here. I just highly encourage you to, dive back into the training. The 90-day blitz there has, again, well over 100 videos. The training's there. And you talk inside the forum there. If there's something you fully don't understand, get it there. And this is where we know to put, the attention of what's going on. So everybody, thank you for attending the Monday training. I'll get this recording out and post it out there through the email, and we'll see you on Wednesday night. Have a great day.